Ceramics A. Happy Friday to you. Today we are going to be talking about the final steps in your slumped bowl project. It is due today at the end of the day, but if you're behind and you haven't done all the steps needed to finish your bowl, do the next step, whatever it is that you need to do today, and then finish it this weekend. Submit your video, turn it in, and that would be fine if you turn it in this weekend. So the important thing is to get it done by this weekend so you can start our last project on Monday. Your last project is going to be either a mug, cup, or a vase. It's going to be up to you. And so we really want to be done with this project before we start that final project. So get it done today or Saturday or Sunday, please. So the steps we've done so far, just to recap, we made a slab of clay and we put it over a plaster mold. We added feet, either a ring foot or peg feet. We embedded string in a continuous line design on the outside. We painted engobe over the top of that. We peeled that string away in an oh so satisfying strand. And that's how we're getting our design on the outside. Then yesterday, I talked about lifting your bowl off of the mold. And once it was off the mold, fixing your lip and making sure the lip looks as neat as you can get it. And that might mean shaving it a little bit, adding a little bit of clay, carving a little bit of clay away, smoothing it with your sponge, and then painting over it again with engobe so that it looks cohesive. And then also yesterday, I talked about adding an interior design, a design on the inside that relates to the design on the outside. So I'm going to be showing you the final steps today. And also talking about what I'm grading you on, what I'm looking for with this project. So just like yesterday, boy, this is really dark. Just like yesterday, I'm going to peel the end of my string. There we go. Can you see that? There we go. I'm going to peel it away. Ooh, look at that. Can you see it? There we go. Look at that beauteousness. Ah, so good, so good. All right, so if there are any areas where the engobe snuck underneath, and to be honest, I do have some areas like that where the engobe snuck underneath. Just take either your toothpick or your paper clip, and you can do some scratching to bring the white lines back. So scratch away your engobe wherever it went, where it wasn't supposed to go. Just spend a little bit of time cleaning up those areas. I'm holding this up so you can see it better. I guess I don't need to. I can have it on the table. So if your clay is still really soft, the little pieces that you end up carving might stick. And so then you wouldn't want to brush them away because then they would get stuck on there. So ideally you want to do this carving when things are a little bit more dry, and then you can just blow on it and they should just fly away. Okay, so really I'm pretty much done at this point. The only other thing I need to do is put my name or my initials and my hour number on the bottom. And if I were to do it here, it would kind of mess with my design. So I'm not going to carve it there. So I'm going to do one initial here. I'm going to do a T here. And then I'm going to do an S here. And then I'm going to do a 3 here. So I've got TS3, so I've got my initials and my hour number. Okay. So there might be some areas I need to touch up with my engobe, but it's looking pretty darn good at this point. So I might be close to my stopping point. So I want to tell you about the things I'm grading you on for this project so that if there's anything that you can still change or fix or add, you can still do that before you submit the final video. So one of the things I'm looking for is that the wall thickness of your pot is as consistent as possible all the way around. So as I look at that pot, as you're showing it to me in the video, I want to see that those walls, their thickness is as consistent as possible. Another thing is that the lip is as level as possible. I know that there's going to be a degree of handmade look to this project, and it's not going to be 100% perfect. But I wanted to see that you made the effort to try and get it generally as flat and as level and as smooth as possible. Next, I want to see that you did a continuous line design on the outside. That's one of the things I'm going to be grading you on, that it's one continuous line. Next, I want to see that there are either a single ring foot or either 3 peg feet, or some people I know did 2, or some people might have done 4. I just want to see that there's some sort of a foot on the bottom. Next, I want to see that that foot makes your pot sit level on the table. So when you're filming it in your video, please make sure that you get it sitting on the table from the side view so I can see that the lip is level. And if it's not, fix that foot that's too tall. Carve it away until your pot sits actually level on the table. Next thing I want to see is that there's a continuous line design on the inside, please, so that the inside has something interesting to look at too. Next thing I want to see is that the end gobe and also the lines are neat. So that means coming back and kind of fixing any areas where the end gobe might have snuck underneath your string, or fixing any areas where the end gobe is kind of washed out looking, or maybe where you left some fingerprints on there. Just make that look as neat as possible. Next thing I'm grading you on is that your initials and your hour number are on the bottom so that I know who made the item and what hour it came from. And then finally, last thing I'm grading you on, did you record a video? Was the camera stable? Was it in good lighting? Can I see every single side of your bowl that I asked to see? And including the top, including the bottom, that you've turned it slowly, really slowly, and your video is about 30 seconds long. Just the same things that I was asking for in the last video. Here's one thing that's different though. For this video, instead of, some of you are recording the video with your camera, and that's awesome. But if you're recording with the camera, let's pretend this is my camera. Don't do your phone, this way. Do your phone this way. So it's recording the video in landscape mode or horizontal mode. I just see your pot better if it's recording in horizontal mode. If you're recording it in portrait or vertical mode, your video that your piece of artwork is like this big, and it's hard to grade it when it's that big. So just please try and remember to, if you're using your phone, record the video in landscape mode, or use your Chromebook. Your Chromebook will save your phone from having this big video file on it, and it automatically records in landscape mode. And if you don't know how to use your Chromebook to record a video, in the important documents folder in Schoology, there's a really short tutorial on how to record a video using your Chromebook and how to upload it to Schoology. Okay, so those are the things I'm looking for grading your bowl project. Do as many of those as well as you can so you get the best possible grade. You don't really have that much work today if you've been keeping up with every step along the way. If you haven't been keeping up with every step, then maybe you have a little bit more work today. But it's fun work, so yay. That's it. I hope you have fun finishing your project. I hope that you have a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday next week. All right, bye. Have a good weekend.